sometimes due to the FOMO we generate due to the many reason and aspects, we start to believe that if we will not watch a lot of content online which circulating, we become less competent and we will lack some information or skills, and we will lack in the uh, race of information age, right? But the fact is, I try to evaluate this fact with the help of chat gpt. I asked chat gpt, is that true that if I will watch a lot of opinionistic content and as well as explainer on various things, various viewpoint on same topics, is it going to affect us and going to give us decision fatigue? And what chat gpt gives us will shock you. It gives us that yes, it can affect. It depends on how much content you consume, the type of content, whether you are applying it or just consuming it. First of all, decision fatigue. If you watch many explainer videos that contain opinion, you are repeatedly exposed to different viewpoints. One creator says follow your passion, another says passion is overrated. One says wake up at 5 a.m., another says sleep is more important. What you will see, and your brain get confused about a lot of different point of views, and your brain keeps comparing and evaluating these ideas. As a result, mental energy get consumed. Obviously every action you take takes your energy. Small decisions become harder because you are too much evaluating, and analysis paralysis will happen. You spend more time thinking than acting. This is a form of cognitive overload rather than classical decision fatigue, but the experience feels similar: emotional numbness. If you will watch a lot of content, opinionistic content, most probably, potentially, yes. When you consume large amount of self-improvement content, psychological content, philosophical content, relationship advice related content, career related content, and a lot of different movies related different opinion. I mean, people watch videos to make their own opinion. You may start analyzing emotion instead of feeling them. For example, instead of I feel sad, the mind start doing, am I sad because of attachment theory? Is that trauma? Is it cognitive dissonance? Is it my inner child? Or many other aspects to explain our pain, our fear. Constant intellectualization can create a sense of distance from emotions. This does not mean emotions disappear. Rather than you become more focused on analyzing them than experiencing them deliberately. Reduced ability to work. Absolutely possible. If you will get numb, then probably your desire to work will disappear. Many explainer videos provide novel insight, interesting theories, dopamine from learning. Your brain start receiving the reward of understanding without the effort of doing, because you are not doing, but the area of your brain are stimulating you the ability that you are already get success. This creates a trap. Watch productive videos, feel motivated, feel like progress has been already made. I mean, in your brain you think that you have already achieved that thing, but in reality you have not achieved. You have just imagined. You are stuck in an illusion, and it don't actually work. And what your mind think, watch another productive video, because it is tons of information and videos. The brain begin associating content consumption with achievement. An addiction to explanatory content, this is surprisingly common. This addiction is often not to entertainment but to understanding, clarity, certainty. Basically you will become somehow you become observer in your own life, and you always want self improvement but you don't take action. That is why you never get any type of self improvement. The brain learn, whenever I feel confused, I will watch another videos. And over time, information consumptions become a coping mechanism for uncertainty. Signs include constant searching for the perfect explanation. I mean, you always trying to search that what is the perfect explanation I could get, saving hundreds of videos, feeling uncomfortable acting without first researching. I mean, you never judge it. I mean, you become multiple person in your own, watching more than implementing. Why this may be especially relevant to you? It's from my point of view, because I am already trying to save my time to not to invest in watching this type of content, because it creates an anxiety and FOMO around content. In fact, I have make a resolution to reduce self-help consumptions, because I know it is affecting my mental peace and it is uh, increasing my dissonance in cognitive load. And in my case, I think in even for everybody has information, but you are not working on it. That is why knowledge accumulation exceeding implementation. When that gap grows, people often feel mentally full, emotionally flat, busy but not productive, informed but not progressing. A simple rule is try this ratio: 1 hour learning, 2 to 3 hour application. That is the most important, because only watching video will not improve you. You need to implement it and to give time to at least 50% more time than you have watched for this video. For every idea you learn, ask, what action will I take in the next 24 hours because of this? If the answer is nothing, the content is probably entertainment disguised as education. Knowledge becomes valuable only when it changes behavior. Otherwise, what is the purpose of consuming information? So yes, excessive consumption of opinion, heavy explainer content can contribute to decision fatigues, analysis paralysis, emotional detachment, reduced productivity, habit forming content consumption. I mean, you don't think, you don't invest your energy in thinking, you just pick another person's opinion and make it your own. But in moderate, intentionally learning combined with action usually has the opposite effect: more clarity, better decisions, and improved performance. Basically, the content is not the problem, but the overuse of this content is the problem. Think about an example of a medicine. If you will consume medicine in an appropriate amount, probably it is going to cure you. But instead of consuming it in a appropriate amount, you start consuming in inexplainable amount of quantity. I mean, instead of taking one pill, you start taking 2, 3, 4, 5, and whatever quantity. It is not going to cure you. Probably it is going to hurt you, and it will make you more suffer rather than that disease. So think wisely, because we are living in the internet world where information is loaded, and every information is not designed for you. It is just a general point of view. It is not customized according to your problem. So think wisely and consciously, not unconsciously. Instead of doing things which are comfortable, you need to do what is right thing to do. And don't ever invest in consuming, because consuming, it is just addiction forming in terms of content watching. So watch content which is useful for you, not the content which is presented before you. Thank you very much.